Welcome back, guys. Jonlar here with another episode of Thought Play, the series on my channel where I play any variety of games, Minecraft minigames, or other games entirely, while I talk about topics and questions, answer questions, and all that you guys have asked in the comment section down below. In this episode, we are playing the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. This is actually the Count Snottingham castle dungeon thing. I'm a few levels beyond this. I've already completed it, but I was just playing through it for something a little bit longer. Hopefully it's not too long, because the topic we're going to be talking about is how I got my name. How did I end up being Jonlar12? It's not the most entertaining story. Some people have really nice stories how they started off as one thing and it slowly merged into the name they now have, or it has some sort of a meaning to it or anything like that. But mine really doesn't. It's not the most interesting thing. I would love to be able to say that I have a more interesting name than I do. And to be honest, I wish I could change my name, sort of, but at this point it's a little too dug in, sort of, I guess, and it's so much easier just to stay with it at this point. And I do like it. I'm not saying I dislike Jonlar, I feel like it's not quite what I would want it to be. I guess I would change it if I could go back, but essentially, here's how it kind of all happened. Well, first I'll go over the fact that my name is not John, nor is my last name like Larson or anything. I'm not John Larson, or it's not anything like that. There's no tie-in like that, all these theories I've had people come up with. In fact, my name isn't John, anything like that. There's no relation in my username to my actual name. Don't really know why, there's just not. But pretty much I was in 4th grade, and this is the start of my sort of gaming experience, which I could talk about in a another episode, I suppose, if you guys wish. Tell me in the comment section down below if you do. But in 4th grade, and my teacher had this book. I don't know why they had it, but they had this RuneScape guidebook. And most of you will know what RuneScape is. RuneScape is an MMORPG online game. It's a lot of fun, but they had this guidebook on it for whatever reason. And one of my friends played it, and we were, there, and we'd look at the book and talk about it, and eventually I'm like, alright, I gotta get this game, I gotta play it. So I finally convinced my dad to let me get it. My parents convinced the parents, because this is really my first video game. I mean, I haven't spent my whole time growing up with video games or anything. This was really my first big video game. Yeah, and then here, I'm trying to think of kind of how I can word this the right way. So, I'm there, I convinced them to get it, and I'm going and making my account, right? My dad's there watching me, I gotta make sure you get all this stuff right. I'm in 4th grade, right? 4th grade, first video game, first sort of online experience, there's gonna be some parental guidance going on. So, we fill out the info, and it comes down to the point where you gotta make a username and password, right? So, I'm there, and I'm like, what do I do for my password, or my username? I really don't know. And I'm like, okay, maybe something with my name? Yes? No? And it just, that just never really, there's nothing with my name. I could never mold my name. My name is Ben, most of you know that. No, I couldn't find a good way to mold it around. I'm like, the RuneScape is a sort of fantasy adventure game. Maybe we can get something kind of fantasy like that. Couldn't think of anything, we're trying, we're thinking of stuff. Finally, my dad starts thinking, why don't we start combining names, so there's names John and Lar. I don't know, I was looking at it, it's like Jonlar with an H. I don't know, somehow I got the Jonlar. I don't know how we decided that, but somehow we're like, oh, that sounds kind of cool, let's go with that, why not? At this point, I honestly didn't care what my name was anymore. I just wanted to play the game. So I wasn't putting a whole lot of thought into it, but I just looked at it, it's like, what? Jonlar with John spelled with an H just doesn't look right. It just looks weird. I might put it up on the screen if I remember to later in editing, but if I don't, you guys can type it up somewhere, either in your browser or something, and it just didn't look right. I didn't like the way it looked, so let's do John without an H, because I know some people spell their name that way, or spell John that way, and you know what? It just, I don't know why, but that's just the way it started, it sort of you know, caught on. It's like, alright, Jonlar, we finally decided on that. Then I was going to do a number. For my RuneScape number, it was 10, because at that point that was my whole lucky number cool thing. And then somewhere along the line, probably when I got Minecraft, I switched to 12. And I have a lot of theories. I don't know exactly why I switched to 12 as the number. I have a lot of different theories on why. The main one is that I was 12 when I got my account. However, I would have to actually check when I bought the game to actually verify if that's true, because I'm not actually sure if I was 12 at that point or if I was, like, I don't know. It could have just been, now 12 is more the lucky number. I use 12 for most of my stuff, most of my accounts now and stuff. It's just the way that it goes. I don't know, it just, that one caught on, 10 just didn't really catch on. I don't know. That's how I kind of got my name. I don't know. It's kind of, I know it's nothing super special, but that's how that's the story, that's the truth. So yeah, I'm about to run out of footage here for this video, so I'm going to end it off. Remember, with the way ThoughtPlay works here, leave your comments down below with questions or topics for future episodes. I have a lot of game suggestions already, but you can feel free to suggest other games or Minecraft minigames to play. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
Shut up, John.